How's it going, guys? Welcome back to another video. In today's video I am going to be reviewing and taking the challenge of T4T Capital. I'm going to be taking the 100k challenge, and as you guys know from my other previous video, in this series I go over all the different, well, not all, some of my chosen prop firms. So what I do is I take a challenge, I show you guys the process of me taking a challenge, I give you tips and tricks on how to pass it. I basically review the prop firm, see which prop firm has the best parameters, best customer service, support, etc, etc. So in today's one we are going to be taking the T4T Capital is 100k challenge. Now with these guys it is going to be definitely a challenge because their minimum drawdown is 2%, which is going to be very difficult to pass. But we'll see how I do throughout the series, if I actually end up passing or not, if I end up actually getting the account, getting my first payout. So I'm going to share my experiences throughout this whole video. This video will probably be broken down into 3 videos. One where I pass the challenge, one where I pass the verification, and one where I actually get the funded account and get my first payout. So you guys are going to see my experience throughout with this company, and you guys can also watch the other videos with the other prop firms if they are released. If they're not released, make sure you subscribe because I will definitely be releasing it. As I said, I don't know which video I'm going to be releasing first, which prop firm I'm going to review first and review second, review third. It's all kind of spontaneous. So to be updated with all of the different videos, make sure you are subscribed down below and also turn on the bell notification so you can get notified the minute I upload. With that being said, let's get into it. Let's see how I perform. Okay guys, so here we are on the T4T Capital website. Now as I said, they provided me with a 100k account to trade with. Now this challenge is simply just a one single assessment challenge. So you pass the assessment, you get the funded account straight away, so there's no verification. Now as I said, there's multiple rules, there's pros and cons to these to this prop firm. Just like many other ones, there's always pros and cons. Now my biggest con with this, I'm going to start with the con, is the weekly loss limit is 2%. This is going to be very difficult for me and for many others. This is going to be something that turns away a lot of people, which I believe, yeah, it is going to be it is a big bummer, to be honest. So yeah, with the 2%, it's every week it's reset. For example, you start off the week good, but let's say you gained like 3%. Well, for that week you'll have 5% buffer, but for every single week it resets back to 2%, which is pretty difficult, meaning that you want to only be risking realistically 0.5 per trade. And if you have a bad series at the start of the week of like 4 trade losses in a row, you're pretty much gone. Now of course you can reset, but that is a bit difficult. Okay, so it definitely is a bit difficult. Now this 2%, you see right here, this 2% gets increased to 5% after achieving 10%, giving the trader much more latitude in the live account. So this 2% becomes 5% in the live account, which is definitely better. 5% you can work with. Still difficult. It's not as good as like the 10% or 12% of some other prop firms out there, but 5% is somewhat doable. Now 2%, it's gonna be hit and miss here. Honestly, could be luck at this point to pass the challenge, but we will definitely see. We just have to make sure that you're taking the best of the best setups, and then when you get to the live account, the 5% is a bit more doable. Now they are a bit more strict when it comes to trading rules. They have some automatic rules that you have to follow. So right here, stop loss must be attached to all trades. If you don't, the trade gets closed automatically. Okay, trades will be automatically closed on 7 p.m. GMT on Friday, so there is no holding trades over the weekend. Okay, your maximum position size is a 10-to-1 ratio. Okay, so in the $10,000 account you can trade 100 in the 100,000 US dollar account you can trade 1 lot. Okay, which is, my bad, I messed up there. What it means is for 100,000 USD account, you'll be able to trade 10 lots, which is fairly decent. I mean, the people that are trying to get like really high risk reward trades and they have very small stop losses, they want to be getting those like 20-30 lots, because their stop loss is so small, you're going to have an issue here. But honestly, 10 lots, it's not the worst I've seen. Very easy to hit 10% with 10 lots. Like, we're talking simply 100 pips. Okay, so it really is not that difficult at all. It is in between. It's not the worst that I've seen, but it's definitely not the best that I've seen. But is it doable? 100%. I mean, I've passed 10%, 100k accounts with literally 5 lots. Okay, as you can see on the Excel trades when I passed the challenge there, with simply just 0.5% risk. So I was only using basically 5 lots there. So it's easy doable. So 10 lots is definitely great. Okay. Other than that, these are all the other rules there, questions that you can look at. So of course you can use the expert advisors, the bots, algos, copy trading. Yeah, so leverage 1 to 10. Do you allow scalping? You can. The reset fee is, I believe, $200 for the 100 count. Now, another very good thing about it is it's actually fairly cheap. So you guys can see there, $350 is very cheap compared to a lot of other ones, which are like $500, $700, $800. So that's another pro right there. Now, there's only so much that I can say here, and see if it's good or not. Of course, I will be able to tell you much more about my experience and actually review after I take the challenge, see how the support is, etc. So don't take my word for it right now. Make sure you watch to the end of the series and watch the 3 videos that I produce on T4T Capital to see my whole experience with them, because what I say now, it either could go much better than expected or worse than expected. So of course we'll see after I end up taking the challenge and seeing if I actually pass or fail. Okay, so yeah, let's get into it, and yeah, I'll see you guys in the next clip. Okay guys, welcome back. It has been a week and sadly I failed the challenge. As you guys know, the 2% is extremely difficult. Whether you're trading 1%, you're losing, yeah, if you're trading 1%, you're losing, you only need 2 trades and you're gone. 0.5% is 4 trades. Very not enough, let's be realistic. So for me, it's very difficult. Now, I'm still going to give it another chance. They have given me another free reset, so I'm going to give it a try. Now obviously, yeah, these guys have given me free reset, but if it was for you guys, you would have to pay. So it is a bit of a risk. Okay, you need a high risk, you need a high win rate. High risk to work traders, I'm not sure if it's going to go well for you. Of course, when you do get funded, it goes up to 5%, so that's somewhat better. Not the best, there's better out there, but somewhat better. But at the end of the day, it is a one-step evaluation. So when it comes to prop firms, it's all, there's pros and cons to all of them. Okay, so far though, the customer service has been great, so I must say they reply like nearly instantly. So I did really like that about them, especially one of their customer support people, Craig. Brilliant guys, so he just gets you sorted ASAP. So if you have any issues there, you can reach out to them ASAP, they'll get you sorted. Now, I was a bit itchy, apologies guys. But yeah, when it comes to my account, obviously I can't show you right now because it got disabled. Literally took 3 trades. I was going by 0.5%, but unfortunately I was like 100, I believe, like $100 or euros away from the limit, and I had 3 accounts on my MT4 and I accidentally placed it on my the T4T account, and I ended up hitting myself out, because if I had waited to the next week, and that was my plan, waiting for the next week to come, and then I would have another 2% because I have a 4% max drawdown, so I would have had another chance at it, and I probably would have made that up realistically. Yeah, I messed up. It was literally an accident, so I messed up there. Either way, doesn't really change much. Obviously, I still wouldn't have hit myself out if I didn't mess up and put the trade on the T4T account instead of putting it on the my Forex funds account instead. So that was a big mistake, obviously, from my side. So it is what it is, though. We have the new reset now. Let's see how it goes. So I'm gonna see you guys once again after a week of trading. We see how it goes, and yeah, let's see if we can pass this challenge. All right, what's going on guys? Okay, so it's a week later now. I'm currently in Turkey, and yeah, as you can see, I'm in like a hotel room right now, so not at the usual setup, so this is why things don't look, yeah, things are not set up properly, as I said. But yeah, it's been a week later since we started the second account, since we got reset, and yeah, so I passed the challenge. I want to show you guys everything. So here's the dashboard, and this dashboard is actually really nice, probably one of the nicest I've seen. It's just very simple, everything's broken down. I just really like the way it looks, you know, it's not as complicated, but it isn't the most important thing. So basically here just has your account balance, nothing is important. These two are important. Your open risk, okay, so this is equity plus balance, and this is your risk available, how much you can risk. Remember, you can only risk 2% per week, and 4% maximum drawdown, 2% per week. Okay, and then this is weekly loss limit, etc, etc. Okay, everything is self-explanatory. So here's my performance. Obviously I've hit the 10k, so I've hit the 10%. Here is my winning days ratio, so I won 60% of the days I traded, and these metrics right here, these performance metrics, are for scaling in the live account. They don't matter for the challenge, but they matter for the scaling in the live account. One thing that I don't like is this right here, the win ratio. It needs to be 65 to be able to scale your account. Well, very few people actually have a 65% win rate. In fact, I don't have a 65% win rate. I only win around 40% of my trades, okay, less than 50%. So this rule for me is definitely not gonna work out. Yeah, so I believe if I do go into the, well, when I do go into the live account, I won't be able to scale up at all because I don't get 65%, which is a pretty weird rule, let me be honest. Then you have your Sharpe ratio, ROMAD, total volume, etc. You can literally read about these in the other, literally on their website. You can read what these things mean right here. And this is my fund performance. As you can see, hit the 10%, and then this is my projected annual P&L. Not important here. Either way, as you guys can see, I finally hit the 10k. So now, because this is a one-step process, I get to move on to the live account straight away. Let me bring up the MT4, show you guys what's up. So so here it is right here. Alright, hopefully this thing focuses. Okay, so here it is right here. Here's the history. We bring up the month. Look at my strategy, guys. Okay, so the strategy is simple. It's the usual thing that I be doing all of the time. Okay, find institutional candle, etc, etc. Like, it's the same thing. Even a lot of these trades I've taken were even signals or like chart setups, trade ideas I sent you guys in the Discord and the app, whatever. So it's nothing special. The trading style here isn't special to what I'm already teaching in the group. Okay, so the risk though, this is where I really changed from the last time I tried this. Now this Discord keeps going off, so let me mute this real quick. Okay, so as I said, the difference here is I was really smart. From the last, I learned a lesson from the last challenge. Okay, from the same challenge here, because it was a 2%. It was pretty tight. Honestly, it gets to a point of like nearly being a gamble if you're not risking like 0.25. So the best way at the start is to build really small lots, make a small bit of profit, and then yeah, make a small bit of profit, and then you can start going into higher lot sizes as you build up some sort of buffer coming into the end of the week. Okay, so as you guys can see, started off, my losses were pretty small. Okay, so two lots, okay, that was like 0.2%, 0.4%, 0.7%. So I'm not losing anything above 1%, and then boom, I got a nice series of big wins. Of course, I was very close to the limit, I believe, actually, and then I was just playing it safe for very small lots, very small risk, and then boom. Here we go, we started getting our big wins. This overall was like nearly 8k, I believe, this whole win. So you can see how that put me in a nice buffer. Then I could kind of bump up my my trading lot size a small bit. Now the lot size doesn't really matter, it was just the risk. I was able to bump it up to like 0.5 to 1%. As you can see, I was losing small, 0.5. Okay, I was losing 0.5, 0.2, and then my wins are like 3%. Some of these trades, for example, like this trade would have been like a 6% trade, because it was the same trade. As you can see, the entry was the same place. Okay, but it was like I took half and half. I obviously secure partials and stuff like that. And then here we go, 3.5k trade, T4T, and then minus 0.7. So as you can see, the max loss, I didn't even have a 1% loss here. I was trying to limit myself to a 0.5 loss max, and my profits right there, you can see 2k. So overall, boom, we hit the target. Okay, so I got an email from T4T Capital, and they're about to set me up my account. Very, very good. Everything is smooth. I'll show you guys, in fact, the email real quick. Let me not show you guys the account details. Profit target reached. Okay, there you go. So congratulations, you passed the internal audit. You're now officially a trader. And then all it is then they send you a trader's agreement. You sign it, you get your account delivered, and then boom. Now the difference is, same rules apply with the live account. Only thing is your max limit. Okay, so your max weekly limit is 5%, which is much better, of course. Still difficult, but 5% can definitely be done if you really tighten your risk. The beautiful thing about these guys is you can really go up to 1 million very quickly. So yeah, it's great. My only issue though is I won't be moving on, unfortunately, to a live account, because these guys don't provide a swap-free account, an Islamic account, and I don't trade other than swap-free accounts. So unfortunately, I will not be able to move with these guys. I messaged them, I asked them, they said they don't provide it, but in the future, if they do, they'll let me know. But yeah, I'm still going to be doing this, I'm still going to be uploading this, still going to be showing you guys my experience with them either way. It's just because they don't have a swap-free account doesn't change anything. Still a decent company. These guys, yeah, they're pretty good. As I said, there is pros and cons to each company. I will definitely kind of show you a list. So in the next minute, guys, you're going to see a list. Not even the next minute, in the next clip, you guys are going to see a list of the pros and cons of this prop firm, what I like about them and what I don't, and you guys can decide for yourself if you guys want to move on with them or not. Okay guys, so for my quick thoughts about T4T Capital, my whole experience so far with their challenge and getting funded with them, I'm going to start with the bad news first. I'm going to start with the cons. Obviously the first one that you all kind of are probably thinking the same thing is a 2% rule. That 2% rule really does mess you up. Even when you go to live account, the 5% is still a bit sticky. Can be done though, especially when you have a large account. 5% shouldn't be that difficult. You should probably bump down your risk by 0.5%. So that rule is definitely a big con. I would say as well that they don't provide swap-free accounts. That will probably be an issue for, you know, people of the Islamic faith that are trying to trade and they don't want to get charged interest and swaps. That's going to be an issue for people like that, including myself. As well as that with T4T Capital, the trading metrics, the performance metrics. So to actually scale up your account, you need to have, for example, certain requirements like the 60-day percent win rate, I think, and you need to have a 65% win rate. All of these things very not feasible for someone like me, for example, because my win rate is very low, and I'm aiming for high risk to reward trades, etc. And I'm still profitable with a low win rate. So that means that I cannot end up scaling the live account, which is definitely a big con for me. Now moving on to the advantages though, you have a very nice payout. So obviously it depends on like the first, second month, third month, but overall you're getting around 80% per month payout, which is really nice, and compared to some others that have like one-step verification or just totally jump straight in where they do like 50-50 split, 60-40. So an 80-20 split is really nice. The customer support as well, very good. Literally email sent and you get a reply in a day. Where I've had a bad issue with some other companies, some bad experiences when it comes to the support, you know, very difficult. So support is actually a really important thing when it comes to it. Yeah, so like even when I passed it, they were able to send me the email like instantly. Everything is automated, so it's really good. As well as that, the scaling plan is pretty nice. If it wasn't obviously for the metrics itself, but if you can stay within the metrics and you can perform to their standard, then you can scale really quickly by hitting 10% and scaling all the way up to 1 million, which is really good, because some other prop firms, even the top prop firms, some of them don't actually provide capital up until 1 million. So that is really good. Other than that, I believe that is it. I'm trying to look at the website to see if I've missed anything, but other than that, I believe it's really, really nice. One last thing that I would like to mention though is the price. The pricing of the the pricing of the challenge itself is very, very good. So you can get your 100k challenge at $250, which is great compared to some others that are doing it for like nearly $700, $500, etc. So very, very good price. Other than that, I had a really, really good experience with these guys. I would say potentially that the leverage isn't the best, 1 to 10. So if you really, really go for those very, very high risk to reward trades, it's not gonna be great. For me though, I was able to manage because it was just right within my comfort zone, 1 to 10. I can trade that, so that is perfectly fine. Other than that, guys, you have free reign of what to do using your own strategy, whatever it is, hold over the weekend, whatever it is. So that is definitely a good thing. Overall though, very good experience, and I would give T4T Capital a solid 7 out of 10. So with that being said though, thank you guys so much for watching, and yeah, I'll catch you guys on the next videos. Have a great, great day.